What's going on, everybody? I am Tony Cimino. For those of you who don't know, Director of Partnerships here at ROK Financial. Excited to get a chance to speak with everybody here today. It's my favorite day of the month. I always joke with the sales team. I've been texting them since before 6 o'clock this morning. That's webinar day. They better be ready to rock. So really quick, some insight if you don't know already. ROK Financial was founded in just August of 2020. You may say to yourself, well, that's really not much time in business. Why would I work with a company like that? Why would I send my clients there? Well, I've been working with the company now just about 7 years. And basically, a lot of us have been around a decade plus working together. And that's what makes us unique is, yes, we were a small business who was affected by COVID. We stopped doing what we were doing for 6.5 months. We were paused in business. When we got back to business, we spun up a new brand, but we've been doing this for a long time. A lot of our relationships, a lot of people on this call have been doing business with us for a very long time. And that's what it really comes down to. When we founded ROK, at the time, we were a small business broker. We've made a transition in business. We're not shy to say it. We do 100% of our business through the people on this call, through our partners. Unlike years in the past where we've had this massive marketing budget and put in, thousands of hours behind hundreds of campaigns. No, now what we do is we do things like this webinar to keep you guys up to date on what's actually going on with lenders, on how to use the process that's been built for you here at ROK. And that's really what's great. We come to work every day with a mission, vision, and values that really gives us the ability to move quickly, to have our eye on the prize, and really understand what it is that we're doing here each and every day. And that is providing a streamlined process and access to funding for small businesses, right? And we do that, like I said, through people like yourself, by giving you the access to our programs, to all of the banks and lenders and all of the technology and all of the different things that have kind of built this company, ROK Financial, into what it is. That's what we give you guys access to. And I always like to make sure you have an understanding of what it is that you're getting access to. Number one, it's the team, right? It is the team, it's the people, it's the representatives that are going to work for you, work for your clients, to get them the best offers. But number two, and you may think that this is a small one, but I shit you not, this is a large one. It's the technology. Right, we're backed by the #1 CRM company in the world, Salesforce. We have over 9 developers on staff currently that are every single day building out our systems to be more efficient, to be even more on top of things, giving us more data points, more touch points, really allowing us to give you guys all of the tools that you need to be successful, from DocuSign, which gives you the ability to send electronic applications, as well as documents to and from your clients. The My Partner portal, which gives you access to literally everything, from your pipeline to social media support through Bamboo, to the different messaging campaigns that can be put together. And it really just shows you what's available when working with ROK. And again, just a quick highlight over what it is to be a partner with ROK. What does that mean? Well, that means that you have the ability to really leverage what it is that's going on here. We have 500, it says over 500 reviews. I checked prior to this. We have 478 Google reviews, perfect 5.0 Google rating. We have 779 Trustpilot reviews, again, a perfect 5.0 rating. And again, it's really all about how can you then utilize the tools that ROK has in place, right? And that's where I would say, hey, you need to lean on your points of contact. It's the communication that you're going to have with them that's going to allow you to crawl, walk, and run and grow your partnership into what it means to be a top partner or a successful partner. And that allows you to really provide a stellar process back to your clients when it comes to getting funding. And that's backed by some of the best programs that are available, right? A lot of our programs are coming either directly from banks or non-bank lenders, and they have access to all different types of financial instruments, from term loans to lines of credit to equipment financing and leasing. And that's really just naming a few. Those are kind of the top ones as far as what we do, but we do a good amount of accounts receivable, a good amount of SBA. We do some franchise financing. It really is a good mixture of what's available. And if you were looking to understand, hey, well, how do I go about this? Well, it's pretty simple. We've really ironed it out to be as simple as possible. We call it the 3 M's, and shout out to Patrick, our president, who came up with this a few years back. But we call it the 3 M's. If you're able to provide ROK with a name of somebody who's interested, their contact information or their number, right? Name, number, and the last one is the need, right? They have to have a need for financing. And if they have the name, number, and need for financing, we are off and rocking. That gives us the ability to work your transaction from open to close, if you choose. And then you can just sit back and earn commission. A lot of people like to call it mailbox money. Call it whatever you want. I know dollars make sense, right? So when it comes to these commissions, we're proud to say that, hey, our partners are able to share in the revenue that is generated from any of the loans that they refer to us. And again, I just want to touch on one of the best tools that's out there. That's the My Partner portal. If you're not familiar with the My Partner portal, or if you're on this call and you're like, hey, I feel like I could be doing more in there, I would suggest, again, doubling down, going back to your point of contact and saying, hey, when can I have 10 to 15 minutes of your time to really be able to dial into this portal, because there is so much that goes on. Number one is the tracking and the transparency that you get, right? You can see all of your historical data, from closed lost ops to any of the fundings and how much money you've made through ROK, as well as any of your active pipeline. What's going on? Where are all my deals? What's the status? What stage are they in? Were they funded? How much were they funded for? All of this would be a major advantage to anybody who's working with anyone. Well, you get this out of the box when working with ROK. You have the ability to upload files, add notes, be able to even send out a DocuSign application directly through the opportunities that you're generating in the portal. You get access to marketing material, personalized custom landing page, marketing collateral, there's social media content. There really is a full suite of resources available to you through the portal. I would say that if you have some time and you haven't clicked through the portal, you definitely would like to, you definitely should spend some time clicking around and seeing how you can leverage ROK's portal to be more part of your process. There is training. I don't have a slide on the training, but there's a ton of training in the portal as well. All right, why is everybody here? Well, we're here to talk about these success stories, right? What's going on with the case studies? What's going on at ROK? What's up with some of these deals? Tell me more about that, right? Well, I'm going to do just that. I'm going to break down some recent successes. We'll go over where they came from, where the partners actually came from, and give you some real insight on how we're building our pipeline, I guess you could say, of successful transactions. And that's what I want to point out. These are actual businesses that have received funding, that were able to take advantage of great opportunities in their business. So the first one, and I'll give you guys a second here because I think I might sneeze. Thank you. Andrew is in the room in case anybody didn't hear him. Thank you. But some say save the best for last. I put the best first. You see here, we have a nice deal, $1.5 million, right? If you are able to qualify for $1.5 million unsecured in your business, you are running a very, very real business. And what that means is that you have different needs in your business than somebody who just started out a couple months ago. So this particular business client was referred in by their business banker after being declined at the bank. right? So when this partner has a client that they can't help, he actually has a team of business bankers that they work with. They are able to refer those deals over to ROK, and ROK is able to help provide funding outside of their bank, right? As you can see, this was a unique deal. They had different locations for their retail and for their retail business. Each of those locations was a different entity. What they were doing is they were opening up an additional location. They're a jewelry store. They had some wholesale stuff going on. And basically what they needed was the money to put down, build out, and basically cash flow the new location for a few months. They had the inventory already, but basically it was to be able to get this business up and running and off the ground. They had competitive offers out there for up to $500,000. It just wasn't enough money. As you can see, ROK 3 times the approval that the competitors had out there, right? And that's the difference here, right? Is we understand that a business needs a little bit more sometimes. Yes, a lot of times businesses are able to leverage technology and they already know what they're doing, so they can move quickly through the process with any bank or any lender, and it would make sense for them to take $50,000, $100,000. I get that. You can do that in a lot of places, but not everywhere just gives out $1.5 million. This deal was funded, I believe, in 3 or 4 business days. It really was one of those deals that you look back on and go, wow, that's a great way to continue to get deals, continue to see the right type of client, but also be able to provide value to everybody, the client, the partner, and obviously our lenders. That's a great deal when you can bring them a business that qualifies for $1.5 million. Again, second deal here, and I give you guys a second or two to kind of take it in. I don't like to just, like I said, read off of the slide here. I always like to point out who the partner is, right? This partner came through LinkedIn, connected with us on LinkedIn. They're a healthcare consultant. What that means is they work with those in and around the healthcare industry, doctors, staffing companies, different like surgery centers, and basically their clients, whenever they have a need for funding, they refer them over to ROK. The reason they use ROK is because we're a broker and offer all of the products. This client came in, we thought, and they thought it was going to end up being an AR line because they do have a good amount of outstanding AR, and they were getting a lot of their payments were coming in from major hospitals and some larger customers that they were staffing for. And what that does is that provides opportunity, right? Well, nobody was doing the receivables because they were just a little bit too long. They were being held a little bit too long. The economy is even hurting the medical industry a little bit. And as you can see here, we were able to structure this on more of like a working capital loan, where the client was able to take advantage of shortening their term down to about 10 months. What that does is it puts some really aggressive early payment discounts and keeps the cost of capital nice and low. You may think, well, why didn't this customer take the deal over 2 or 3 years? Well, they didn't take it over 2 or 3 years because then their interest rate goes up. It gives time for that interest rate to really kick in. By keeping the term shorter, it brings that overall cost of capital down. And then they can also use these upcoming receivables to pay off this loan and just use it as kind of a bridge to get through their tough time. So it really is a really great way to, again, see how we're in different areas of the country, different industries, and we support them in different ways, right? Again, what you'll see is a lot of these partners, they've been doing business with us for a long time. Here we have a partner who had just referred over their first client. This was a first client referred over from a CPA. The doctor was looking to buy some bulk supplies. They had a couple of locations in their practice. They were looking to buy some bulk supplies for what they had going on. And we were able to get this deal done in just 2 days. It was allowed them to take advantage of a discount. And what you should know is this loan was approved for up to 48 months. I have been doing this for a while now, right? So I like to think maybe it's cocky of me. I like to think it's confidence, but you know, I like to think I know what the competition's doing out there. We keep a good finger on the pulse of what the market has available. And that's why we're able to be successful for the business customers we work with. Well, I can assure you that 95% of lenders who lend money to small businesses right now are doing it anywhere between 6 and 24 months. There is not many out there who are offering terms out over 24 months. That's 30 months, 36 months, and certainly not 48 months. This client was approved for up to 48 months. And what that means is, hey guys, that's a small payment, right? So if you have something where, hey, I need this to be a small payment, you can get that when working with ROK by leveraging the different products that we have to help, again, bring down that cost of capital. I told you I was going to let you compare and contrast. And this is probably my favorite slide of the slideshow. I have to be honest. Maybe the next one. I do like the next slide too. I do. But this one is powerful. This one tells you a lot of information. It gives you a great breakdown. It tells you where our partners come from. You know, as far as consulting, CPAs and banking go, that's where I wish I had the exact statistic, but I want to say 60 to 70% of our business comes from those industries. It's from people like that who are able to then leverage this platform for their clients. Most of these clients, they're not the perfect business, right? Some of them, they don't own their building. Some of them, they don't own 100% of their business. Every single one of them was declined by their bank, right? And that tells you a lot, right? That none of them have great credit, you know, and that's a major factor right now. If you're not the perfect borrower, well, again, you may receive a decline. And what are you going to do in that case, right? Well, luckily for these clients, they had people who were partnered with ROK. And as you can see, they range in how long they've been partnered with ROK and how they've been using the platform that's been built. All right, this is my favorite slide on the slideshow here. The core client, right? And what I want to point out here is you will see a few things, right? Number one, credit score 658. That tells you that we're doing business with people who have 700, 720, 750 plus. There is a lot of clients who we do business with that have a 650, 630, 600, 550, 520 and under, right? We do a good amount of business with every single credit profile. Age, not a major factor. I just think that 45 is probably the median age of business owners. If you were to look up ROK's core client versus the median age of business owners, I bet you it would be very close. You know, as far as their business goes, they average about $1.3 million in sales and been around 5.5 years. These are businesses that have survived the pandemic, right? The average business that we help survive the pandemic. That's what that tells you, right? And the last thing is the use of funds. I kind of lightly touched on this earlier in the presentation, but the use of funds is so important. It really gives you the ability to say, hey, is this business owner looking for business funding, or do they need to possibly look at a mortgage, a home equity line of credit, a credit card, or maybe even a business credit card, or maybe they don't need financing at all, right? Maybe what they need is to really double down on their business, make a little bit more money, and then they would qualify for even more. That's pretty much a good overview of what we have going on at ROK. I don't want you to take my word for it. I would rather you do your own research. I would rather you have confidence in who you're working with. I would rather you are somebody who feels confident in the partnership that you have, and knowing that ROK is here to help you rock and roll, as they say, right? We have thousands of partners nationally, guys. I believe we're up over like 6,500 active partners. There is a lot of people who refer business to ROK. The reason that they do so is because when they refer their business, they know that they're getting somebody who would work with their clients just like they do, right? And provide a process with white glove treatment where that business owner is not only getting the white glove treatment, but they also get access to the knowledge, experience, and product reach. What just happened? Oh, am I back? We're still good? All right, sorry about that. Oh, we switched looks now. All right, well, I'm on my last slide anyway, guys. So, sorry, we just had a little bit of a bug out of I talked with my hands too much and I touched one of the wires and just mixed everything up. So I apologize. But like I was saying, when it comes to ROK, it's really about the product reach and the team that you get access to, and that's what will make you as successful as you're going to be. If you are not partnered with ROK, how can you do that? Well, you can jump right on our website, go to ROK.biz/partners and click Become a Partner Now. You can call us at 833-653-0653 or send an email to partners@ROK.biz. I promise you, there is enough members of my team who are waiting to help you rock and roll right now. But if you guys have questions, I would suggest calling in right now or reaching out right now, whether that's through the website, through email. If you have a couple questions or a couple scenarios, that's all good too. I appreciate everybody spending spending a little bit of time with us today. Thank you everybody for joining us and rocking out with Andrew and I and the team here at ROK. I also want to shout out the team at ROK. Shout out everybody who helped put this webinar together. From Rob in technology, who got this awesome light, all of the tech set up for us, to the marketing team, to everybody else who helps, kind of do all this stuff. Thank you guys, most importantly, the attendees here for being on with us and rocking out. But until next time, everybody, keep on rocking.